Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Hope everybody stayed warm. Thanks for joining me on December 26th. And as always, we are not financial advisors, and everything you see on here is for educational purposes only. Alright, let's get started with BTC. And again, it's going to be a short little video because, again, not much is changing. At this point, though, we have gone sideways enough so we can actually start doing our breakout moves. And we didn't push up like one of the scenarios I mentioned for a while now, like we would go sideways, have a big breakout, even maybe go up to that, come back down, go sideways, and then drop. There was a scenario where we could have a little up before we had our big down. Looks like that didn't come out, so at this point I'm expecting this market to have a nice drop any day now. We currently are on a week 5th, so it's a 50-50 chance we drop right here at 16,929. I wish it would went up to a strong reversal 5th, so I would be a little more confident. That's okay, this is where it could really start to drop. But we are at that point where it should start to drop around this area. Let's see, and some of the alts have recovered nicely. Like XRP had a nice drop; it's already back up. But most people are just kind of going sideways. Matic. Luna's the only one that's been having some really nice, some nice pushes back all the way back up. So I can see it go up a little bit more, kind of back into this zone here. It's in a support zone as well here, so we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it, but again, Luna's one of those that will pump, but then come all the way right back down. Do I have my pattern up there no more? No, I don't. Because you know what, this kind of reminds me of the pattern that we had before. Where if I copy this, we'll just leave it to there. It's not perfectly there in a sense. But so this would be considered this part here. This part here is considered this part here. This here would be this. The drop here. Let me get this magnet out the way. Will be that. And then we're supposed to go sideways a little bit up, which was this, which is this. And I talked about how with the group, how we're supposed to do this little round thing here. Right? This round thing here could end up to be this. Because that's what it reminds me of that. So this pattern's taking way, way longer than it should. But if we stretch it out, we'd have to wait for this little triangle to play out. So we would want something like this, for it to go up. Oh, what the heck? Why did I click on the square? It would be for it to go up and then make a triangle and then get the breakout, and then there's another breakout, and that's when it starts to pump. And remember, Luna, the Woo did say Luna towards the end of the month was supposed to pump, so we'll see how that actually plays out. But I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it, because this reminds me of this so much. And everything has had a bigger gap in between, if that makes sense. Let me remove, I'll do it this way. I'll remove all of these. I'll do it this way. Maybe this will make a little more sense. And that kind of explains a lot. And that would kind of explain the pattern a little bit. So, we had this drop here. Oh, come on, I wanted to delete this. That is this drop here. We had this nice little push up. That would be, it could be either this or this one. Then we have a nice drop. We had our drop. This time it was kind of close. Then we had a little up. We had the little up here. Let me delete these. Now we're doing this little like circle thingy and pushing back up like a little cup. So our next big thing to look for would be this little breakout right there. This is what we want to look for. For those that are looking at Luna and kind of FOMOing, you want to look for that little breakout. And then it starts to make the big push. So Luna's actually looking pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't want to make the video too long. But everybody else is just kind of going sideways. You know, Luna, if you have Luna, that's a good time, you know, maybe to take profit at the end. And again, if on the breakouts where you would want to buy the Luna, like, you know, you want to have a plan. You don't want to just randomly jump in and FOMO in, and then it fails this and it dumps all the way back down, and then down over here it starts to pump, right? You don't want to write it down. Not a bad thing to DCA as well, but you don't want to DCA when it's up. You want to DCA when there's like red candles in the daily. But here's another thing. Luna could go up while the rest of the market dumps. You know, Bitcoin is in a position where it needs to dump back down. You know, it is on a weak fib, so I wish, again, like I said earlier, I wish it was on a stronger fib so I'd be more confident. With the day still young, you know, we still got a few hours or a couple hours to go. You know, it could still push back up, maybe break above. Anything can happen right now. You know, it's been sideways for a while. It's dumped back down a lot, so I don't know. It's going to be really strong. It's really hard for it to push back up and break above these fib lines. But if we close here, we're most likely going to drop back down tomorrow. And I'm sure everybody at this point is waiting to see what's going to happen next. And this looks like the breaking point where it is going to drop back down to any day now. So again, I don't want to make the video too long. You know, everybody's still kind of like, you know, in the holiday spirit and still wants to relax. You know, well, today's Monday, everyone should be relaxed right now. I know some people have to go back to work. That kind of sucks. But, you know, I'll be watching the market. I'm going to go back and analyze Luna a little bit more because Luna does look pretty promising. And it'll be nice if we can get into something that can pump before the market, you know, completely tanks and all. All right, I'll see you guys in the Discord.